like when I used to go out, so I mean, this was like, when was I last single? Like 25, 26. That was before I met my now wife. But I used to go out and I used to have this kind of like viewpoint of, like you would say, when you're like out with mates and just having a good time and you see someone that you're like, oh, they're quite fit. I would just go up and throw out the most ridiculous, stupid one-liner to them and see if it landed. And like with your saying, like on dating apps, like it was like sort of almost throwing, shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I would literally just say, fit girl, fit girl, fit girl, fit girl. I'm going to see which one of them I can get to laugh. And that was it. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to, she is the one. She is, wifey material. I need to absolutely be with her. I was literally just like, if she tells me to fuck off, she tells me to fuck off. But it was literally just like,
you've got thick skin. You've got really thick skin. I don't know. I mean, it's been a lot more organic when I've spoken to a girl. It's more like we bumped into each other. We've clocked eyes at the bar. Yeah. A bit more sort of, because I wouldn't have the balls to go up to a load of girls. Or even one girl, like, unless I knew she was definitely, like, there was a connection there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be too scared. I'd be like, my skin's very thin. I'm Celtic, so.
But like, you know what I'm saying? I probably took too much of like a blunt force approach to it's just a bloody numbers game and I don't really care too much. I think that's a good attitude. That's a really good attitude, and that's how we should do. You should chat to everybody anyways. You should be like, oh yeah, the world is like, everyone's a mate. Everyone's a potential mate. Do you know what I mean? At least. Yeah. But I suppose I'd probably do that more when I'm on holiday. I think I'm a bit more like that. Why? Because there's no kind of risk.
I think the atmosphere's different when you're on holiday, but maybe it's like something subconsciously like that. But like in London, I think London is a bit snooty. I think London is a bit like, I don't know. I think.
Have you dated anywhere else? Like apart from when you're saying like on holiday?
When I went to uni, didn't I, in Bristol, and
that's not another country. That's barely Wales.
I've probably had the odd holiday romance, but you're speaking a foreign language, aren't they? But
si, senor.
But like,
so when's the trip to Colombia then?
Oh wow! Brazil. I was dating a Colombian girl like probably the last time we had the podcast, and she sat me off. So I was like looking forward to that trip to Medellin. Or was it Bogota? She was from, but I think London has a sort of, I don't know. I do speak to people about this. I feel like the dating, I think more like the interpersonal world can be a bit aloof, a bit standoffish. Not terrible. It's just like people are a bit like, I suppose it's like Britain, isn't it? But I think if you go to small towns, if you like go like in Weymouth, girls sometimes just talk to you. Like,
really?
Right, me old mucker. It's just like a bit more kind of salt of the earth kind of thing. But whereas here, I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of community. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, I mean,
or do you disagree with me?
No. I think I can understand where you're coming from with the lack of community, but also everyone's so busy in their lives in London. I feel like it's one of these places that attracts us because it's like, look at all these things you could have if you worked hard enough for them, or if you were intelligent enough for them. So I think like everyone is like you were saying, when you go on a night out and it's like you're having fun with your mates and then someone comes into your sphere, or you could be dating them, or this or that or the other, but there's always somebody else out there who could be better. Yeah. So it's like this sort of question of like, do you believe in soulmates? Because a lot, if you believe that there is only one soulmate out there, then it's like you believe in the many soulmates, as do I. I do not believe there is one person out there for me. And actually one of my mates had an interesting theory where she said, is your soulmate even somebody who's a romantic partner? Could it not be somebody who is a friend as well? And it's that sort of like, there are some people who look at it potentially as soulmates, or as there is always someone better out there. So it's like, if you're not hitting all of the right things for them, they're either not going to give you the time of day, or you even get in through that very, very like sort of initial period of the dating, and then suddenly they're like, I found a red flag, or I found a this, or I found, whatever reason it has to be for me to say, oh, sorry, that's not right for me. And then you find like everyone's looking for this perfect kind of person, when actually what you're probably looking for is the physical attraction first. And I have to say, this is my like sort of this is my gripe, my elephant with the dating scene, is that I see a lot of people and they go out there and they're like, I'm not even going to give this person a chance because they don't hit all of these things. Or it's like you go on the date and you hear one or two things that then people say, I didn't really like this or that.
Yeah.
And they almost set the bar too high and then have too many things that they're willing to pull out of giving somebody a chance with, just on the off chance that something might come and hurt them. And it's like, we're not forgiving enough of other people, because the only reason I say that is now I've been with my wife now, we've been married for 2 years, we've known each other for 7 or 8. Like, our relationship has changed so much from when we first met each other to now. Like, the amount of times when we fought and she has told me with no uncertain terms, I hate all these things about you that you do. And it's like that sort of, you can either take that as, yeah, fuck all, or screw all of the things which you're about, and take that personally to heart, or actually take that as, does the other person have a point? And it's not just a point of like attacking you as a person, but it's to say, hey, and this emotional intelligence, I'm crap with emotional intelligence. My wife is very good with emotional intelligence. And it's saying, not everything, because it's how I view the world as well, not everything that is a criticism of you is an attack. So it doesn't mean that just because somebody says, I don't like something about you, doesn't mean that you're a shit person.
No,
and that's the way I take stuff so much of the time.
Yeah, same.
Like, even today, she was like to me, she said one thing to me, and I came back quite snappily, and she's like, why are you coming back to me quite snappily? I'm just like, it may be a question that you don't necessarily like, but it's not like I'm saying you're bad. It's just, hey, you know, can you do this, or can you change that? And it's like little adjustments. And I feel that with a lot of people that we're too willing to take anything that doesn't align with what we think or say as an attack or as a criticism, rather than saying, hey, why is the other person saying this thing to me? Could it be, you know, like, oh, am I the asshole? Or not even the asshole.
Yeah.
Is there something that I could do that is a little bit more thoughtful for the other person?
That's how we should all be. And yeah, you always got to see it from the other person's point of view, and just,
which is the hardest thing to do, especially in moments of like high emotion, to like
especially,
try and step back.
Yeah, like, I'm quite a sensitive soul like you, and I don't really see the other side. But yeah, it's one of those things with age I'm sure we'll get better at, maybe.
With practice.
That's a really good speech, by the way. Enjoy that.
this monologue of like coming out, like trying to come out with something somewhat being advising, but
You should make that into a reel.
like financial advice. Like, I am not a relationship therapist. This is just my views on my own. Don't take them too seriously. Go out and enjoy the life that you want, the way that you want it. But I mean, you know, it's just it's one of these things. Like, we could all be more forgiving of each other, and we could all give more people a chance. But I want to caveat by saying, if you're getting like kind of catfished or anything like that, or the person isn't as attractive and people go, nah, sorry, you're just not attractive enough for me, I totally fucking understand that. Because who wants to go into a date and then meet someone and then be like, oh, this person really isn't that attractive. They may be like a wonderful and a beautiful soul, but I really believe you've got to have that physical attraction
definitely,
in a lot of instances,
amount
unless
of
it is your
I've gone
choice.
on dates when it's like, okay, you look very different to what your pictures
Your
are
photo,
showing. And it's just like, why are you doing that?
like we men have that benefit of the sort of, all we need to do is grow a beard for like that kind of makeup equivalence, whereas for women, some of them, you know, work really well.
I think
on
there's a
makeup
lot.
and
You
put
meet
on
a lot of people when they
beautiful
say they don't have proper pictures of themselves at a distance, and it's like
Which
you've
one
got
are
like
you?
1 or 2 really good pictures, and then it's like pictures of scenery. It's like, why are you doing that?
It's like an NFL squad, and you're like, well, which one are you?
This is you. I want to see what you look like from ideally different angles, and but yeah.
In terms of your own preferences. So like, what would be your advice then to somebody like kind of coming into London, like trying to get on the dating scene or trying to find somebody else, or would you then have to specify, like, are you looking for long-term love? Are you looking for, like, what advice would you give to yourself just moving to London all those years ago for, like, in terms of dating?
I feel like,
that's an interesting one.
You need to get a group of like mates who have single friends. I think that's a key kind of. You need to go
so you
to,
can
you
work
know,
your
you
way
need to
through the
go to-
group.
Well,
So then you can just
that would probably happen when you're like 25 if you're coming to London, or 22, you got your graduate job, whatever. Yeah, but I think you kind of need to. So like so many, like you guys are all kind of in relationships now. Like you're all like settling down.
Relationships.
And I think there was a point a few years ago where we would all meet other single people.
Sexy
and
single.
now there's very few of us. There's like me.
Yep.
I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 of us, maybe 4 or 5, maybe who are like single, and
Yep.
we're all guys.
All guys. All just.
Guys. I don't have loads of girl mates. Anyways, I've got a few girl mates, but yeah, I think you need like a friendship group that's going to push you out there. Which is why some of us are going to these singles nights through friends of friends of friends who we don't know. And I think that's where you want to be, really.
What's so
you don't
fine-
want like your mate to go out with like a big group of lads and
Constantly.
all be like chasing one girl, but you kind of need
Well, you could all chase one girl and then you invite her back to yours.
yeah.
And you get that like Piper Perry picture with all the whole squad behind.
We all know the one.
Yeah, we all know the one. We all know what I'm describing here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't take any advice from me. I'm still
You
single.
wouldn't even-
I'm 35 and I'm single.
Wait,
Come on.
but you wouldn't even. So you're saying like sort of find your community, find other good people who want to go out and do similar
I mean,
things.
you just got to enjoy your life, haven't you? And
Like
then
your tennis.
I wouldn't want to spend. If you can get yourself into somewhere where you don't have to use the apps, or you rarely have to use the apps, then you're winning, aren't you? You're winning. That's the bottom.
Because it's interesting
the
you say this
apps.
because my mate who's she's also single, but she only likes to meet guys when she's out at bars, when she's out doing her own thing and organically, as you've described. She's also like, I just spend so much of my time going out and having a good time that like I don't necessarily always have time to go and talk to the guys and have time to go and do this because I'm just having such a good time.
It's
you know
true.
what I mean?
When you're like out with your mates, guys, we're more open to it. Aren't we? We're a bit like, oh, what's going on here?
Ooh. Having
Like,
that
I think
cheeky
I've
look
spoken to a lot
around,
of
trying
girls
not
and
to
they're
get
a bit
caught.
like, I'm just with my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to be approached.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time with my friends.
Yeah, because
So I suppose the female kind of experience is very different to the male experience.
and
in that
trying
kind
to
of sense.
understand that as well, and then having like some knowledge of that to try and
Yeah.
like be like how you can try and not infiltrate, but get into those, crack the nut of those groups, and that's what I always used to try and do when I was a guy. Go into a group of girls, see who you can get chatting with, see if you can bring them back to your group of guys, and then you're off to a winner.
So, yeah.
Which is my